Today is World Down Syndrome Day. Some parents of children with Down syndrome say they're keeping a close eye on President Trump's plan to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education and return education to the states.
President Trump has made clear his plans of dismantling the department. And as Wave News reporter Fernando Garcia-Franceschini reports, that has families of students with special needs worried about how this is going to impact their kids.
Myra Bryan, President Trump actually announced today the Health and Human Services Department would be handling services for students with disabilities under his proposal, but it is still unclear how exactly that would work. And it's that uncertainty that has parents of students with Down syndrome concerned. They say their children can't risk falling behind by losing the services they now have. Danny Slayton says his daughter Lila's life can be a bit of a roller coaster at times.
Like other kids with Down syndrome, she has tough days and great days, and we focus on trying to make sure that more of the days are great and fewer are tough.
Some of those great days come through the personalized education Lila gets through her Individualized Education Program, or IEP, which guarantees she receives a specialized education to meet her unique needs. Slayton says, though, he worries about his daughter's education under a restructured Department of Education.
When you're talking about shrinking something like the Department of Education or shutting it down, there's a lot of uncertainty for families like mine.
Another parent facing uncertainty is Ashley Barlow, who has a 14-year-old with Down syndrome. While President Trump has said his goal is to return education to the states, Barlow doesn't believe Kentucky can pick up the slack both in workload and funding of the federal government.
Right now, districts are already facing a shortfall of $40 million. How can a state that can't even balance its own educational budget pick up the slack to support every child?
It's a concern Slayton shares as well as one of many families with more questions than answers.
What their impression is that there's going to be less assistance, less help, less guidance. And does that mean that families are going to have to wait longer for services? Are there going to be fewer services?
President Trump has signed an executive order directing Education Secretary Linda McMahon to start dismantling the Department of Education. Now, shutting down the department completely would require the approval of Congress. Fernando Garcia-Franceschini, Wave News.
All right, thank you for